People always ask me, what does it look like? What does self-sabotage actually sound like? And how do you know when someone's breaking down and when they're just dragging you into the fire with them? And you would say, why does this matter? Well, this matters because most people don't catch it in time. They get pulled into the story, the tears, the panic. And by the time they realize what's really going on, they've already burned themselves just trying to help. That's the danger of emotional debris. It never stays with the person who created it. You see, naivety is the glass house that doesn't believe in stones until the first one shatters through. And the worst part? The first stone almost always comes from the inside. So let me show you what it looks like in real time.
I'm turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't even tried. Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to.
Now, I put up side by side of the comment section coming to her aid because that's what humanity does, right? We come to support each other when we see someone in pain. We empathize, we sympathize. We try to create a connection and give advice to help one another. So while you're listening to the rest of this, you can pause it and check out the comment section and what some of these people are saying while we continue.
I handle these things and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing like it's been 40 years of this and like it's 40 years of just being confused and not knowing and like figuring things out slower and like not like I haven't built anything. I have nothing like to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here and I'm lost. I'm afraid and I don't.
Now, at the time of recording this video has gotten 800,000 views during this. And this is the first impression of a lot of people dealing with a system that is a feeder system. Oh, people like this. Let's feed them more of this same video, right? But on the other end, she made a follow-up video, which a lot of people didn't get to see. And it is providing context to this initial video. Now, in this initial video, yes, we all go through things. We all break. This is a human thing in trying to find purpose, in trying to find where we fit in as we navigate this thing called life. But as you will see, there are some behaviors where they throw opportunities in life away and then it hits them on the later end of their life.
I did not expect the response I got to that video. I just looked and it has almost 300,000 views. It has a lot of likes. I never. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm very grateful to all of you. I feel much better now. It's been a couple days. I've been able to kind of step back from that and sort of, but I'll explain. It was just the other day I'm sitting in my car, I'm realizing all of the things that I've done that are self-sabotage. I don't have a job, self-sabotage. I haven't really built up this success that I spoke up in that video because a lot of it is self-sabotage. And I often say I don't have anybody to blame but myself, and I'm really hard on myself because I know the capacity I have to do something more, to try harder, to, like, I know I can do better.
Now, see, this part is beautiful because it's an admission and awareness of knowing the behavior that has taken place. Majority of the time, you won't hear this when, let's say, you are dealing with someone face to face, right? They will be oblivious to their actions and why relationships and things aren't working out. The whole time their behavior is innately activated. And you're trying everything in your power to help this person, to support this person. But they are avoidant and self-sabotaging. And that's what I want you to put in perspective as we continue to listen to this. That there are extremes of this personality and why you get hurt trying to help people. And if you are a self-sabotager, the pain that you cause from self-harm, not only to yourself, but the supporting cast around you.
But I'm not for some reason. Maybe it's ADHD or anxiety or depression. All of those things I have been diagnosed with. And so anybody in the comments kind of talking about that, yeah, right now I can't afford therapy because I self-sabotage my way out of a good job and insurance. So I'm kind of just living now. I am very grateful for the life that I have. I just want to be clear. I'm very lucky. I'm very privileged. I think that's what bothers me the most about this whole experience of living inside this particular body is that I have been handed things. I have been given privileges, but somehow I've squandered or self-sabotaged a lot of those things. And I'm disappointed in myself. That moment was me just being so disappointed in myself. And there has to be a change. Like, now I have to change. Like, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep I can't keep doing this to myself. I think that's like what I realized when I was sitting there in the car.
Now, this is loaded, okay? Because when you are young, and it doesn't matter who you are, male or woman, and you have your youth, some people have a free ride through life because things are given to them. They never have to work on skills for the betterment of their life. They never have to put in actual work, right? So it kind of handicaps them at a early age for later. And they don't know because they're getting the free ride right now, right? This is what happens when you never really look at tomorrow. And to mention that this video here, her going over what is actually going on, is only at 35,000 views, right? Versus the initial video, which was 800,000. So you have a lot of people, right? 760? So what you have 770,000 people who didn't get context. Yet, they all came to her aid not knowing that it's self-inflicted. Context always matters. Now, when you are dealing with self-sabotagers, you need to ask questions. You always do. Because her going through all of these things are just self-sabotagers, period. When they go through things like this, right, their condition, it is a pattern that they keep repeating because the world has always been their oyster and they've always had the pick of the litter until they couldn't have the pick anymore. And with people who come to the aid of self-sabotagers, not knowing what this person is actually like, they just see a damsel in distress or a person that needs help, and they come and they let their guard down, exposing themselves with being vulnerable and showing connection. The whole time, the sabotager is getting ready to pull the rug from up under both of you guys' feet.
Like, I never really cared about turning 40. Like, I don't care about my age. I don't care if I look old or young. Thank you for telling me I look young. I'll take the compliment. But I think I look my age. I think I feel my age. I feel my age. And I feel also in a sense, an arrested development. Like, I feel like a teenager also. Like, I feel like I haven't really grown through a lot of the things that I was supposed to. And, like, that's something that, or not supposed to, I don't know, just, I figure by the time you're 40, some things should be figured out, and I still feel like a teenager in a big sense of the word. This is just all to say, like, I don't know why I posted that. I don't know why I felt the need to cry on the internet. Maybe it is for attention, and all those comments about me just wanting likes and attention are completely right. But I think I did want attention. I don't think these people are wrong. I think I did want somebody to validate me in that moment. And there are so many people who have written comments that they relate, or that they're older than me, and they're like, it's okay, I went through this, you're gonna go through this, and you're gonna get through this, you're gonna get through this.
All we got in the first clip was somebody crying on camera, and majority of the time, that's all we have. But even though some may say this is the internet, you know, but you were used for your time, which is the greatest currency. Some people would say, well, I didn't spend any money. Well, I didn't, do anything with the person. I didn't invest. Well, you did. 800,000 people invested emotion into her first clip. 35,000 showed up for context. And you heard it from her mouth. Maybe she did. Well, nobody's going to say outright, yeah, I did it for attention, right? Because nobody wants to be the villain of their own story. And this is how you can get caught up. Say if you knew a person like this, face to face, and they didn't have the internet to go to, right? And it was just you, male or woman, doesn't matter. And you are around this person because you see all of the great things that this person can be, can do. And so you want to help them through their dark journey, not knowing that they are the darkness of their journey. But you want to help them through it. And the entire time, they are just siphoning validation, attention, and time from you. And you don't even know. You thinking that you guys are working through something, but the entire time of this behavior taking place, you are being siphoned, thus leaving you on the other end questioning what went wrong, what happened. I was there for that person, right? And the entire time, this person was siphoning and getting ready to sabotage the moment, thus you getting hit with debris.
And I think that is something that I need to keep in mind. Like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this time. I never cared about this. I never cared about turning 40. I always thought it was good that I aged because it's the privilege of aging. It's the privilege of being able to live another year. It's a privilege of being able to live another year in what is abject safety. Like, this is safety. This is great. I live a great life. But I think what I was trying to express was like a disappointment in myself that I spent a lot of this time focused on things that I shouldn't have been focused on. A lot of the people wrote about men and relationships. I wish I hadn't focused on them. Like, I'm sorry to all the men out there. I have a man. And right now, this isn't about you guys. It's about the fact that I focused on developing and gaining relationships with men when I should have turned that energy inward. It's failing at these jobs that I never really liked and not figuring out the thing that I wanted to do instead. Simple as that. It's not necessarily about the success that was assigned to me, more than the success that I did not seek after for myself because I gave up along the way. I thought it was too hard, or somebody told me I couldn't do it, so why even try? And like, not fighting harder for myself. That's the thing I think I'm most like disappointed in myself over the last 40 years. And I'm very hard on myself. I think I'm the hardest on myself than anybody else in life. I don't want to go on much.
When you are dealing with self-sabotagers, or if you are a self-sabotager, it takes a while to recognize and come out of patterns. And we're all humans. Nobody's perfect. This is understandable. But it's good to recognize and understand the damage that you're doing. Now, for the people who end up helping self-sabotagers, don't be so invested in the story that you overlook the actions, right? You can help people from a distance. You don't have to help them walk step for step. Words of encouragement from a distance, words of affirmation from a distance. You don't have to be, and I'm just speaking metaphorically, you don't have to be hand and foot with people to help them. Sometimes, like helping a child walk, right? At first you'll hold their hands, right? But then you'll start practicing distancing yourself in trying to get the child to walk to you, okay? And you have to do the same thing with people. If people need help, be sure that they are able to walk towards you, because this is the only way that we cover ground. This is the only way I know that you really want change versus just talking about change. And I also know that with every step that you take, you're covering ground on the change that you want. Now, for those who want to help people out immensely, I understand that you care. But many times, when you care more than the person that's asking for help, you end up hurt like no other. It's almost like a betrayal, like a blindside, because you were too blinded with helping. And maybe that's your own validation, your own feel-good story, that if I help this person out, it would make me feel better. When everybody should be walking, putting in the actions to be sure that everybody means what they say. Because the last thing you need is to be deceived. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is what we do: decode people, break down behavior issues, put ourselves in better positions, mentally, physically, financially. And this has been real-time mythology, showing you in real time what human behaviors are like. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you're going through it. Tell me if you have experience with it. Share your story. I'm down there. I'll be reading all the comments, or if you have questions, ask them. Because in this community, it's all about growth, understanding, because it's always better to understand than to be understood. You guys take care for now. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.